You are in a rally with a bunch of people who are constantly chanting slogans that just roll off their tongues. And as they chant, you find yourself subconsciously chanting with them. You aren't really acting on your own now. You're completely following and acting like the people in the crowd you're surrounding yourself with. Now, believe it or not, this phenomenon is known as... Is my claim too unrealistic? Do you as the viewer assume,
hey, that can't happen. I've never been in a crowd and said something I didn't fully understand.
And to that claim, I respond, let me explain further. First, I'll explain the core concept of sheep mentality. Then I'll go on to explain why it matters in Animal Farm. And finally, I'll wrap it up explaining why it matters in the modern day. Hey, quick segue here. If you're enjoying this video, please drop a like and subscribe. It would help my channel a ton, so please consider it. But anyway, without further ado, I won't interrupt your viewing again. Please enjoy my pièce de la résistance. Well, sheep mentality is defined as the human tendency to subconsciously follow the belief or behaviors of a group, often a minority, or while overriding personal judgment. Now, I found this definition off Google, but I also have prior knowledge upon the subject. Now, you may say,
Oh, Jonah, it's just a theory. And also, it's a human tendency, not an animal one. How the hell could it relate to Animal Farm?
But I'll let you know, the book is actually a fable. It's an analogy about the Russian Revolution. So yes, you're right, the book might follow animals, but it's actually supposed to be just symbolism for our human race. Now, onward with sheep mentality. As defined before, it's when you follow without judgment, like a sheep would follow a shepherd. In the novel, there's a pig named Napoleon. Napoleon takes over the farm, but he has one issue at hand that sticks out almost like a sore thumb. So he needs a way to silence opposition and spread the new philosophy of 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. And just in case you haven't figured it out by now, Napoleon makes the sheep chant the slogan. Now for some background context on why this matters. The sheep, along with other animals on the farm, do not have the ability to read, write, or, to be honest, they don't really have the ability to grasp the concept of the philosophy of animalism. So the much smarter and more gifted pigs take over and become their overlords in the farm. But since the animals aren't really phoning their critical thinking skills, they just believe whatever the pigs say regardless, or no matter how nonsensical it sounds. But in the chaos of the farm, if you focus on the sheep, you'll understand why Napoleon focuses on them too. Napoleon wants the sheep to spread the propaganda. Napoleon makes sure the sheep drown out any other opinion by chanting, because he knows that they don't even know what the hell they're saying, and they don't really care because they know that they're saying something and they know that they are saying it together. Napoleon understands that the sheep and all the other animals aren't as smart as the pigs, so he uses all the sheep as a chorus to spread his biased ideas against animalism. And as I said before, the sheep have no idea what they're saying. They just know that they are saying it together and they are saying it loudly and they are drowning out other voices. To tie my analysis back to my example, I just want to state that people do this all the time. People protest things they don't even understand fully. Imagine seeing a crowd of protesters and you walk up to one of them and you ask, "Hey, so what kind of ideas are a part of this movement?" And then the protester stares at you blankly and then proceeds to give you a slogan he's heard online. And that, my dear viewer, that is an example of how sheep mentality truly works in the real world. Sheep mentality is a horrifying scene to see. Seeing hundreds of people act unknowingly and just follow a crowd and proceed to do unexplainable things just because the other people are doing it. I'd like to quote a novel also made by George Orwell. This novel is 1984. The rage felt abstract, undirected emotion which could be switched from one object to another like a flame in a bow lamp. Now, this quote is about the 2-minute hate, but I assume it could also be about sheep mentality. Because in the 2-minute hate, all the people in Oceania, or Great Britain, where the story takes place, they form together in a little group, and they all start acting violently against traitors of the Big Brother government. And this quote personifies the sheep mentality, because all the sheep mentality is a fire that keeps on passing on until everyone is burning. Hey, so you've reached the end of the video, and if you haven't already, could you please like and subscribe? I know it might not mean too much to you, but it means the world to me, and I'd be so happy to see the number go up. Because if you already don't know, I'm trying to make funds for my college tuition because I want to go study outside of New York, or maybe in New York, you know? I'm always open to suggestions. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. At the end of the day, all I'm trying to do is make content for you to enjoy and consume. And that's about all I have. And if you can, please help a brother out. I'll have a PayPal open up soon, so that way you guys can fund me directly. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Jonah Alfaro out.